Hello class, this is Mr. Fish. I want to give you a tutorial of the Geometer Sketchpad. This tool will allow you to create different shapes and angles and rays, and also at the same time give you ability to write the definition of it. So I'm just going to break down how each tool off to the left side here works. The first tool is the translation arrow tool. Basically what this tool does is you can grab a hold of each angle and move it around if you want, or you can grab each segment, and if you need to delete the segment, you just right click, go down here to hide point, and it goes right away. And basically this is the tool that does all the work. Once you have a specific shape or anything, if you need to adjust it at all you do is click on this arrow up here and you grab hold of it. The second tool is the point tool, which this is where you create your segments. Basically, if you want to make a line, you put one segment down, put another one down, and that's basically how you do the line. On the next tool is called the compass tool, which this is how you create pretty much radiuses or any kind of circle at all, but that's basically how you size up the shape, and if you want to add different points on you can, and also create other circles. This is mainly a tool for radiuses. We won't use that much during this section. The next tool is a segment straight edge tool, which basically this is how I created the acute triangle and the obtuse triangle. And basically you take a point, just make a straight line, then you take this and you can just keep adding points. So to make triangles, to make their segments, you want to use this tool right here. It's called the segment straight edge tool, and that is basically how we do that. And to hide this, I'm going to go back, click hide point. If I want to hide the outer rim, go to hide circle, and again, this is the very first tool, which basically shows that that is how you delete it. Kind of keep things more organized, and there it goes. Next tool is called the polygon tool. We won't be using this tool either, but this is for future reference. If you want to create a different kind of polygon, maybe a triangle or just anything at all, you decide where the points go, and you get a shade of an already shaded in figure. So that'll be used later on in the section. The next tool is a very useful tool. It's called the text box tool. And say we want to make this angle right here. We just want to say it's a acute angle because it's less than 90 degrees. We simply make the text box. Okay. We make the text box, and all we do is simply type in here, so acute angle. And that is basically how we type in text, like as I've done here. I've used acute angle, obtuse angle, and right triangle. Now, on our next tool is a marker tool. We don't necessarily need to use this in this section, but if you ever need to like shade in any kind of area, you just grab the marker tool. And down here at the bottom is where if you need to bold it or anything, uh, that's basically the marker tool. The information tool, you pick one specific area, and it'll give you pretty much set information along with it. And so that's good for if you have an angle and you just want to add a little bit of information, if it's independent or dependent. And so that's what that tool does. And the custom tool shows you how to create a new tool. So if there's not a right tool on the side, and you want to just add something new, maybe you're doing a project and it's not exactly how the right tool is onto the left, that is exactly what you use. Use the create a new tool, and basically that is what that does. So in our project, we will be creating angles like this. You need to be able to show that the triangle or what type of triangles, and be able to tell the difference in them. So like for instance right here, I created an acute triangle. I used the text box to create acute and obtuse underneath, and I also created a segment by using the segment straight edge tool to show that I understand what obtuse is, because here's the obtuse, and I created the acute, so I showed that here's the acute. And also, as I previously done earlier, you can also add in graphs in the background. We won't need this graph during this segment, so you can kind of ignore the graph. But as far as what we're doing in this section, basically just identify the different types of angles. Just allow me to understand that you know the difference and how angles are different, how their measurements are different, how they could be used different. So that is basically what the Sketchpad is. If you have any further questions, just email me or just drop by in class and let me know. But other than that, good luck with this assignment and use the tools wisely, and I wish you luck.